The correlation coefficient, denoted by the letter R, is an indication of how strong of a fit a line of best fit is for a particular data set. The correlation coefficient will always range from -1 to 1. When the correlation coefficient is -1, this is what we call a perfect negative linear relationship. All of the points fall on a line with a negative slope, and all of them fall perfectly onto the line of best fit. This is basically a linear function, just with a negative slope. On the right side, way down here with 1, this is where we have what's called a perfect positive linear relationship. This is all of the points following a positive slope, all of them sitting on the exact same line. As soon as one point starts to vary off of that line, even the littlest bit, R will start to drop. And the smallest that R can get in absolute value is 0. This is where we see no correlation between the points in the data set. This is often referred to as a cloud of points. You will just see points sort of scattered all over the place. There's no definitive relationship. There isn't even the recognition of a relationship between the variables, not even a vague recognition of the relationship. If we're going to use the predictive power of the line of best fit, it is generally recommended that you look for R to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 0.8 to 1 or -0.8 to 1. This is where you actually feel like you can use the correlation coefficient, because these are the locations for the value of R that will tend to give a strong correlation between the two variables. In the space in between, we tend to get a weak to moderate correlation. Usually in a weak to moderate situation, you can see the pattern. You have a rough idea that the line is following, or that the data is following a particular pattern. Maybe all of the points are increasing or all of the points are decreasing. They're just doing it in a very scattered way. They're not consistently following a same or similar rate as you move from left to right on the graph. So those weak and moderate situations, it becomes less reliable. The line of best fit becomes less reliable because we're not able to definitively say this is the kind of rate that I am following. So we really want to maintain being in these two spaces if we're going to use the line of best fit to do some predicting.